Well, he was convicted of campaign finance violations and sentenced to 8 months in confinement, where he spent his nights sleeping in a facility with men convicted of murder, rape, and other crimes. And now Dinesh D'Souza is talking about the lessons he learned during that time. It's the focus of his new book, Stealing America. And it may not have been the lesson the Obama administration was hoping for.
The criminals don't say they're innocent. It's not like in the Shawshank Redemption. What they say is, we did it, we're guilty, but we're sort of the small fry. In fact, we're the stupid criminals because we got caught. They say the big criminals are out there. They're at large. The system actually never goes after them because they run the system.
They think the system is corrupt. And we're seeing some of that belief and some of that anger in the 2016 election as people just say they've had it. They've had it with the way government runs. They've had it with career politicians.
Yes, and I do think that politics in general does show these corrupt tendencies, but I also think that what we have seen in modern progressivism, the way that the Democratic Party has evolved, I'm not so much talking about Truman or Kennedy or even Jimmy Carter. I'm talking about the new Democratic Party under Obama and Hillary. What you have seen here is politics being used in a very powerful way to make people rich, to accumulate enormous amounts of power. In a way, Hillary was scorned when she said, I came poor, I was dead broke.
I know you argue in the book that foreign policy, in your view, is a distraction for the president. And this is something that his critics hit him on this week when they said he made those remarks about the attacks in Paris. And first of all, he didn't even get to them until a few minutes into his address. And the most emotion, the most passion he showed in all of those remarks was when he was defending the Syrian refugees, as opposed to talking about the dead, the innocents who had been killed on the streets of Paris. Why do you think that is?
Well, contrast Obama with Hollande. So Hollande is a lot like Obama. They both are on the left. They both tended to minimize foreign policy threats. But the moment it happened, and when there's blood in the streets in Paris, Hollande becomes like Winston Churchill. And he begins to talk the language of barbarism. I'm going to get rid of these people. I'm going to wipe them off the face of the earth. I'll be merciless. Obama, on the other hand, it sounds like he's reading from his tax return. He seems serene. He seems detached. He seems almost annoyed that we're even talking about it. And I think it's because these progressives are about the business of stealing America. They're, in other words, appropriating the wealth and power of America. And so this other stuff is like a distraction for them. It's like if a bunch of guys are robbing a bank.
But even his worst critics don't say that, Dinesh. Even his worst critics say he may have that affect, but it is because he doesn't want to get more involved in the Middle East. And he knows what this is going to do. It's going to increase the calls by the Republicans and others to get more involved in the Middle East.
I think that's right. And in fact, I myself have given an ideological understanding of Obama. He's rebalancing the wealth and power of the world. He wants to diminish the imprint of American foreign policy. So I don't deny that ideological dimension. But I also think it's true that here you are, Obama. You're trying to, in his own words, remake America. And now suddenly ISIS. Suddenly I've got to appropriate more resources for defense. Suddenly I've got to turn my attention to something that doesn't fundamentally interest me. That's my point. It isn't just that Obama's incompetent. It's that his attention is focused on something else.
So Dinesh went into confinement and made all of the detainees, or I don't know what you call Republicans, and they made you a cynic, Dinesh. They made you a cynic. Stealing America is the name of the book. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
Thank you.